Fitski. I'm head of Asian art and I'm at home in my study and I'm thinking of the objects that are left in the museum there in the dark. And one of it is a pair of screens, big Japanese folding screens. And on one of them, the left-hand side, is Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji, of course, is an iconic image. It is Japan, right? And here it is painted on 3.5 meters of a paper screen. And if you look at the silhouette of Mount Fuji, you can see that he probably started at the top of Mount Fuji and painted the outlines first, maybe the left-hand side and then the right-hand side of the mountain. And then started to fill in with quite a big brush all the interior details of the volcano. So on one side we have this big mountain, and on the other side, on the right-hand screen, is a completely different scene. You're suddenly transported on top of the mountain. The perspective is really different. You're zooming in on the mountain. You're above the cloud line. You can see the clouds on the right-hand side and big swirls. Going up the mountain is a stream of pilgrims, and you can see various people walking on the mountain going up. If you look more carefully, you realize that the scenery is actually really big. If you go up the mountain, you follow the lines of people, you suddenly see that at the top you can see tiny figures against the big rocks. In other words, this is also about man, nature. How big is nature compared to man, right? And that's of course an experience that you very well live through when you walk up that big volcano as a pilgrim. And Mr. Yoshida was a printmaker in the beginning of the 20th century, and he was a mountaineer. So in Japan he walked up the mountains in the Japanese Alps, but also in the United States and in Switzerland. So he really desperately cared about his mountains. And you kind of notice it when you see the scenery, and he painted this with great love. And one of the wonderful things about this painting is it's so full of energy. Quite a lot of guts needed to paint this big mountain. You can see this confidence in signature that he paints on both screens. Big, his name and a big red seal, bang. At the bottom of that is confidence of a young man knowing how to paint. Great art.